First time speaking in front of a church congregation. I'm used to speaking in front of like audience outside the church, but bear with me. I won't be before you long, so I'm up here for 15 minutes. So I'm gonna let God do whatever He wants me to do. And most of my message is targeted towards young people. However, I know a lot of us we face some of the issues that I will be talking about. And feel free to like nod your head, say amen. If this applies to you, no judgment zone here. Just a little bit, giving honor to God, as well as my family that traveled here with me as well. My Uncle Harris, Aunt Mady, Aunt Angie, Keisha, and Aunt Jenny, which is also like my mother, and my two little cousins right here, Drew and Tyler. I appreciate y'all coming. And so when Darlene asked me to do this, I was like, sure, why not? Because like that's my passion. I love like talking with the youth and motivating them and uplifting them, and like trying to share what I've been through in life and how you can actually overcome some things. Because if I overcame it, I'm sure you can. However, you can't always see life like that because you can't overcome something. Everybody don't have that same willpower that you have to overcome certain obstacles. However, I will give you some tools for success. And I'm coming from three categories. The first one is reality, traditional, and motivational. Number one, young people. Life is not fair. Just because you exist don't mean the world owes you anything. Manners will take you where money won't. Social media is not your gateway to success. Cheating in school will eventually catch up with you. Appreciate what you have because there are only... I start back up. Can you hear me now? All right, so I'm coming from three different categories, three different points. Reality, traditional, and motivational. Reality, young people, life is not fair. Just because you exist don't mean the world owe you anything. Manners will take you where money won't. Social media is not your gateway to success. Cheating in school will eventually catch up with you. Appreciate what you have because there are other people that would kill to be in your shoes. Not everyone is going to be like you, think like you, or appreciate the things that you do for them. However, you are different. It's okay to be different, because I was. You are worth more than just throwing a basketball. You are worth more than dribbling a basketball, throwing a football, or screaming and cheering for your team. However, society sometimes thinks differently. Some think that that's all you're worth, especially if you're a black individual. If you can't write a sentence without any grammatical errors, but you can be the lead scorer for your team, then there's a problem. Don't sell yourself short. Know your worth. You cannot be whatever you want to be, and please listen to me when I say this. This is a comforting tale parents and teachers are constantly installing to our students today whenever they're going to school to boost their morale in school. Unfortunately, millennials like us, including myself, we are convinced that it's true, especially as society has now decided to push this narrative as well. The reality is, if you're 17 years old and you still can't figure out basic division, you're not going to be a rocket scientist by the age of 22. If you lack fine motor skills, you're not going to be a heart surgeon. You can't consummate these and else and expect to go to college and become a lawyer. It's okay to accept that you cannot be whatever you want to be. In fact, once you accept this, you'll be able to focus on the things you can be, the things you are really talented at. I am not saying this to discourage anyone. All I'm saying is to live your truth. And lastly, college is not for everyone. If you were sluggish all throughout high school and think you're about to do the same thing in college, you are wrong. And I am a recent graduate of North Carolina State University, and I can honestly tell you, that's not going to happen. Even at an HBCU, even at a private or a community college, it's not going to happen. For my students that think like this, possibly try going to a trade school, discovering your passion, maybe even starting up a small business. A lot of you have a lot of talent that can be used in possibly like starting up a business or like cosmetology or something like. However, find your passion, and before you make a final decision, explore your options. If you are thinking about going to college, take high school seriously. Take your academics seriously as well. They're saying your ninth grade year don't really matter. Well, it's 2017 now, y'all. Let's be real. It really do matter. I get it, especially if you're unmotivated. I myself was unmotivated as well. I didn't take high school seriously until my 12th grade year, second semester, when I had Mr. Jimmy Newkirk as an English 4 teacher. However, I did what I had to do in order to get where I wanted to be. That was to graduate from North Carolina State University and plan to start my future. Key point number 2, traditional. And of course, if you're going back to school in this coming up fall, August, in a couple of weeks for some, maintain good attendance. For my college students, please read the syllabus. You're going to Central, please read your syllabus, because there's going to be times where the teachers say, you have to be the class, but your friend like, well, you can miss this class. Now, read your syllabus, it will get you through college. Take advantage of use of resources. Use of resources, for example, high school students. Drew, I know you're going to high school, right? Yeah, so whenever you're going to high school, take advantage like Talent Search, Upward Bound, tutoring, and much more. If you have questions, ask. That's what the teachers are there for. Maintain a balance. Set reasonable goals, also known as SMART goals. Specific, measurable, attainable, reachable, and in timely fashion. Be organized, be consistent. Take and review notes. Don't sit beside your friend. Develop study time in different ways to study, especially if you're planning on going to college. Reward yourself. Not every single time, however, reward yourself when you accomplish a big goal that you have set. Strengthen your writing skills. Learn more about money management. Get a good night's rest. Eat. Stop with the excuses.
Amen.
Because you have to take responsibility for your actions. As you grow older, you become more mature, and you becoming a man or a woman. School is important, and so is a personal life. Don't compare yourself with others. It cannot be stressed enough. There's already too much on your plate to worry about petty stuff like this. High school is only a competition with yourself. Every day you should only be trying to get better, not worrying about how the girl sitting in front of you have nicer clothes than you, or how she's getting better grades than you, cheating the system. 10 years from now, this won't even matter. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you can do to make yourself better. Then most importantly, go for it. BYOB. It's not bring your own bottle. It's be your own brand. And as you get older and begin to become more immersed in the corporate world and society, you will quickly realize it's not what you know, it's about who you know. Which brings me to my third point, motivational. Watch the people you surround yourself with. I can only stress this because it's so true. The people you surround yourself with is going to constantly, they have either a negative impact on your life or a positive impact on your life. And they will always influence the decisions that you make. Empower your inner circle. If you're hanging out with people that have mediocre goals, then if you're the one that's constantly on top and like doing the right thing, and like you're always pushing for the right thing, then empower your inner circle, because they're your friends like you say they are. You should want to see them succeed as well. However, if they have that mediocre mindset, you might need to let them go slowly by slowly. Don't say Mike told you I gotta let you go. However, just slowly distance yourself from there, and then they'll start picking up the picture. However, also carry yourself in a respectful way. Treat people how you want to be treated. This is important. When you meet someone, not only do you not know who they are, but you don't know who they will become. In so many words, you don't know what they are capable of or their limits. For example, that person that is sitting in the corner not saying much right now may not be a big name or a big deal to you. However, that same very person could be your boss in 5 years. I use my life for example. Many people wrote my life off before I even started high school. Some say I wouldn't make it, I was going to be a dropout, a person on the streets, troublemaker, and much more. The list goes on. I understand why they said it, because of the behavior I displayed. However, with faith and determination, I was able to prove them wrong. Something I struggle with as well, and I really hope y'all listen when I say this. Be open to new ideas. You are young, don't just settle. Explore the world, evaluate all your options before you just settle for one particular way. Be coachable. You don't know it all, trust me. You never know what skill set it may improve. Be willing to listen to others, even people younger than you. You don't have to agree with them, just listen. Treat advice like gems and diamonds. Opportunity comes to those who create it. We was all born with some unfortunate circumstances. However, it's not about how you started, it's about how you finish. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, and an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. If you tap into the God that's inside of you, you can overcome anything and make it out of any situation. Believe in God is essential, but you got to put the work in. Pray for clarity, pray for forgiveness, and pray that God be with you. Once God bless you, remain humble. Easy given, sadly taken. Faith plus hard work will change anything. You must allow God to help you by helping yourself. Trust God's timing. He knows when you're ready. At the right time, things will work out. God is working behind the scenes. Faith without patience can get you in trouble. Faith without patience can get you in trouble. Hebrews says, through faith, we inherit the promises. When When it's from God, you will know because you won't have to lie about it. You won't have to cheat. You won't have to basically try to manipulate other people. Everything will fall in place. God made things happen that you can't make happen. Don't get frustrated when things don't go your way. Every season is not a growing season. Every season is not harvest. There are seasons of planting, watering, fertilizing, pulling up the weeds. Those are important seasons. There are times of testing where we showing God what we are truly made of. Are you going to be the one to have a bad attitude when things don't go your way, or are you going to have the faith and you want to also have patience whenever you're waiting for your season? You will be just like a tree bringing fruit in this season. When you come into your season, you will grow much fruit. You don't have to go after the blessing, go after God. The blessing will chase you. For my youth that have quick temper or like to fight or have a feeling they have something to prove to somebody, I understand. I understand. Swallow your pride. Maintain your dignity. But however, let God be your vindicator. I know it's easy said and done. I have been in your shoes, but the older I get, the more I realize there will always, trust me, there will always, from maybe even babies, from babies all the way to the day you die, there will always be some crows in your life picking at you, trying to get you into conflict. And I finally realized the only way to argue with a crow is to scoot down to their level. Young people, don't scoot down to their level, rise above it. Be an eagle that soars. Your time is too valuable to argue with people that don't want peace. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. However, swallow your pride and walk away. Right. And I'm not saying just sit around and allow somebody to beat the living life out of you. However, stand your ground and know which battle to fight. Respect one another, young people. You are kings and queens of the future. You are bigger than gossiping about one another, fighting over a boy or girl, disrespecting your teacher, calling yourself bad bees, savages, thugs, and the N-word. As my family used to tell me, you only hurting the ones that you love and digging a hole for yourself. If you want respect, you have to respect yourself. How can you expect someone to respect you if you can't respect your own? You might can't control your height, weight, skin tone, etc. However, you can control how you come off to people. Someone might meet you and think, ugly as hell. But you can make that impression fade away after a few minutes. Check this out. Someone who wrote you off initially can leave a conversation and say, you know what? That dude is cool, or that guy is funny, or that girl is smart, or that guy is smart. Not that girl is ugly, that dude is fat, etc. That's why when you are feeling ugly, and let's be honest, most of us do at times. However, ask yourself, what is my however? You may come off as someone ugly as ever. However, everyone can have a however. If it's already there, then let it shine. If not, work on it, and start developing it. For example, if you can sing, let the world hear your voice. If you can draw, show the world your talents. To those of you who are going back to school this fall, I challenge all of you to step outside of your comfort zone and do something different. Do something today that will get you do something different that will allow you to get where you want to be in life. And tip for my parents. All right, so expect emotions. Stay calm, even if your child is dramatically protesting every word that comes out of your mouth. Remain calm and model the mature ways of handling emotions. Use I feel statements to express your fear or outrage. Don't curse your child because what they see at home is what they practice in the community. Connect with your child, however, maintain your role as a parent. Give plenty of space. Your child needs time alone as well as time with friends so that they can fully hatch from the household and the family life. Say it again and again and again, and most definitely ask questions. Don't be afraid to follow up repeatedly if necessary. Come back to the topic again the next day to be sure your child understands. Then brainstorm solutions to fix any problems that you might see that your child may face in the future. You never know what your child may be going through. However, do ask questions and respect their opinions. And again, it was my pleasure standing before y'all. I hope y'all got something out of the message that I delivered to y'all. And I'm always free to answer any questions. I'm very open. And thank you for your time.